These are the top 5 questions I get asked about the Cronuszen device. And I'm going to list them up right here. Now, if you guys want to know my personal opinion on a couple of things, that'll be in the next video. This video is designed to be informational and educational. First question, what is the Cronuszen and what does it do? So, the main thing that I can tell you about the Cronuszen is that it is a controller attachment device that allows you to use macros and scripts. It does enhance your controller, and you can use it across various platforms. It's basically a bridge between your controller, your PC. It enables things like remapping, controller reconfigurations, things of that nature. This is the mission statement that comes directly from Collective Minds, the creators of the Cronuszen. So you can see what their immediate and their actionable goals are. With that being said, here are all the different devices that are supported by the Cronuszen. So all major consoles, and it does work on PC also. There is a way to use mouse and keyboard. I have not found any success with that, but it is an option. It's currently there. The Cronuszen device itself has over 600,000 users, so lots of people using it. Also, it costs you around $100 or so, and if you wanted to pay a guy like me for scripts, that would run you about 20 bucks a month. Next question. How do I set up and configure the Cronuszen device? This is not a how-to walkthrough video. I have videos for that. I highly recommend you go check them out. They take you through every single step of the way so that you can easily figure out how to both set up the Zen as well as configure things such as script and game packs. But here's the quick and dirty of what it would look like if you just wanted some information on what it is to set up the Cronuszen. I understand this may look really complicated up front, but my how-to video breaks all this down, as well as any new information that's come about for how to do a proper setup. So that's essentially the basics of it. Is Cronuszen allowed in competitive gaming? Now, to answer this question, I have to give you a bit of a background, I guess, in the information arena here. You've got competitive gaming, and then you've got professional gaming. You guys can hold yourselves to whatever standards you want for competitive gaming. My understanding is that a competitive gamer will be somebody that is playing in a competitive sense of like ranked play, or, you know, you're a sweaty tryhard. You're probably playing on your own at home in some capacity, right? A professional gamer would be someone that's getting paid to play in a tournament. And no, in that sense of the word, absolutely not. They're not allowed. And that's starting to change a little bit. I've heard of some of these tournaments that are, going on where players are allowed to bring their own equipment and, your own controllers and your own keyboards, and all these things have macros and binds and everything kind of clicked into it. So I don't know that it's changing per se, but there are things that are being done differently on the professional scene. But in the competitive sense of the word, if you don't understand what you're getting into, I would just say no, just to be safe on your end. And what I mean by safe on your end is the next question that I'm going to answer, which is, can you get banned using a Cronuszen? Alright dudes, let's talk a little bit of reality here. With over 600,000 users, there's not a lot of people getting banned using the Cronuszen. With that being said, it is potentially bannable. It just completely depends on the company and what their terms of service or code of conduct would dictate. So let's go over a couple of different examples. Fortnite, for example, has a very clear and very strict permanent ban policy if you are caught using it or trying to bypass with any of their games. That's great. They should be clear. Bungie, they just updated a policy that does not allow macros for AFK farming for any reason whatsoever. They have some kind of ambiguity when it comes down to what's used and what's not allowed and stuff in the past. So for them to actually finally make kind of something clear about this, that lets you know that they are at least updating or changing their stances. They're allowed to do that. But is the Cronuszen bannable? Sure, if they can catch you. It's got undetectable stealth technology, apparently. I say apparently because that's not really what it does. It essentially, it's detected as the original controller as per like the controller security ID. That's an emulator, basically. So they can't tell the difference between if you're using a controller or if you're using, a Cronus. It looks the same to them. So I would like to clarify something. If it is ethical, that's totally up to you. You guys have to decide that. But with over 600,000 registered users, you better believe you're coming across them more often than you think. So yeah, something to consider. If it's bannable, or if it's ethical, or if it's something that you agree with or disagree with, that's completely up to you guys and the individual that's sitting behind the monitor. You have to deal and live with how you feel like you should be playing your games. just like other people are. So to circle back, is it bannable? It depends on the company, and if they're willing to do anything about it. I don't foresee them doing much about it, besides putting more code of conduct updates and maybe singling somebody like myself out every now and then to make an example. But I personally don't believe it's cheating. If the company does, they'll put that in writing, and we all either agree or disagree with it. Next video is going to go over what I think the line in the sand should be for all of this. Okay, final question. What are the most common issues with Cronus ZEN, and how can I fix them? So I'm going to throw it all at you right now. These are the most common questions I get asked, and I've given small definitions if you need to pause the page so you can see all this. But on the page itself right there that you see Collective Minds, you'll see Cronuszen guides. This is where you can go to figure out the issues. This page right here has the most common errors. I usually get things having to do with E3 error codes and something like USB device not detected. These are some of the most common questions I get asked. This page right here can answer literally everything. But if you guys want me to do videos on all of this as walkthrough guides, I am more than happy to do that for you. Just let me know if that's something that you would like some help with. But on this page right there, as you can see, it is all right there. Everything that you would need on the left-hand side, and they do give you some text, and then yes, there's some follow-up videos and some other things that you might have to follow up with, but it is all there if you need it. That one, for example, that might be that you know, if the USB device is not detected or recognized, it might actually be that you need a powered USB hub, which kind of sucks because you'd have to buy another thing. The remote play for the PS5, that's another issue I get asked. Do you have to use remote play? Yes. You still have to use it. That sucks, but that's just what it is right now. There is a workaround, but I don't have a PS5, so I can't tell you what that workaround is, because I can't speak from authority or from experience. I can just tell you that other people have found a workaround, and it seems to work for them. So there you go. That is officially it for this video, answering the top 5 questions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, leave them down below. Remember, I love all you guys. Keep it Zen out there, and I'll see you in the next one.